Well, let's go live for a little bit and see who's on the internet today. How do y'all? Come on in, smash that like button. Oh, hey D. Smash the like button and subscribe if you have not yet. Yep, you're first. And hopefully you're not the last. But I figured I'd do a YouTube live thing so I could get another video uploaded. Let me know if that light back there is too bright and I'll go liking the hair, huh? It grows back there pretty good, but it don't grow too good up here. I ain't shaved in like forever. It just won't grow. That's why I told old Travis that when he's done with that beard, send it to me. I could use it. But anyway, you fixing to go live here pretty soon, D? Or because I know it's getting about 4 o'clock. That's usually when you go live, unless you changed it. It says there's 2 people in here watching with 1 thumbs up. Who else is in here? Jump in the chat so I know who you are. Unless, of course, that other person is me. Anyway, anything you want to talk about? Feel free to bring it up because I don't know. I just figured I'd jump on here and make a live and hopefully somebody would jump in so I could have somebody to talk to. Last night it was cold as heck. For some reason, couldn't sleep worth a week last night. Danged old cat scratch. It finally quit bleeding. Let's see if I can get it on there. The bottom one right here is where his claw went, and the top is where his mouth bit me. But anyway, I don't want to be a boring YouTuber, but I can't think of anything else to talk about. I just wanted to get on here and see who's out and about, and watching some TV. But anyway, I can't have that on there because I don't want to get a copyright strike. Does it seem all right? Does the video seem like it's all right? Because it looks to me like that open window back there is really dulling up the video. I could be wrong, but thank you. Well, I guess nobody else is going to jump in the chat. So I guess it is me and UD. I wonder if Mojo's going to pop in here. He usually does. But anyway, I was going through some of my knife collection and found these doodads. The first one looks like an old sword, but it's just a little dagger-like thing with the skull on it. Figured I could show these off a little bit. Got a snake. And this one is basically the same size, but it's got a skull with the arms. And one Father's Day present I got a long time ago. It's a collection of these. Well, get it up there. Got a tiger head with a nice blade on it. Hey, no problem, D. If you got to run, you got to run. There's the next one. They start at the big one and work our way down to this little bitty tiny one that I use for opening letters. It'll be tiny thing. If you make it back, you make it back. If you don't, you don't. I understand how them errands run. Sometimes you get out there and you get sidetracked, and one thing leads to another, and the next thing you know, it's pitch black outside. So, have a good day. Stay safe, and God bless there, D. I'll stay on a little longer to see if anybody else pops in the chat. If they don't, they don't. If they do, they do. Here's another one of my collection of knives. It's a one-piece aluminum stone something or another, made in China, but it's got a picture of a northern pike with a baitcaster reel, or what looks like a baitcaster. Could be a fly rod reel, but looks more like a baitcaster and somebody fishing. Get it up there, see if I can get a close up. But there's the pike. That's the reel, and this is the person fishing over here. But anyway, that's just a few more of the knives that I have that I have never shown anybody. This one, I would really love to fix up because this is the knife that I've had the longest. It's the Mojo. I knew you'd show up. I've been waiting on you. I told D you'd probably pop in here. But the sheath for this one, I cannot find anywhere. So if anybody knows how to make sheaths or can just send me the leather and I can do it myself. But I've went everywhere and nobody in this around this area has leather for sale. Why, I don't know. Yeah, made in China makes me angry too. Everything we buy should be made in America, but even your car parts you buy nowadays, it might say made in America, but all the parts are from China. They ship them over here and they put it together and say, hey, it's made in America. You would be hard pressed to find anything, and I mean anything nowadays, that's not made here in the United States. It's a sad day, I know. Let's see, is that made in America? Nope, made in Taiwan. Really? This one's beat up. Pakistan. But it's an old, what they call a bone knife, but it's a fake bone knife. I got knives everywhere, y'all. Yes, it is very sad, Mojo. Very, very, very sad. Pulling out some more of these here big knives that I got. This is my trusty dusty fillet knife. It's pretty beat up too. It's made by Charade. Oh. No, Sharp. Made in Japan. almost just as bad, but at least they're friends with the United States. This one, another Chinese made one. It's called a SOG. I kind of like it, but in other ways, I don't like it because it has this serrated edge right here. I hate them things. I hate a serrated edge. I'd rather have no knife than have to deal with it and sharpening stuff. Yeah. This one is mossy oak. It doesn't say where it was made, but that is one heavy piece of metal right there, buddy. Let me tell you. If you throw this sucker at somebody, it's full tang too. The metal goes all the way up. It's got what they call that Damascus steel on the handle. It's fake Damascus, but it's good. I mean, it matches on both sides. That's how you know it's fake. But I got a smaller folding knife that's just like this one. They come as a set. I think you can get them at Walmart for like 20, 30 bucks. Could be wrong. But anyway, I think that's all the knife showing I'm going to do today. Guns, knives, and chewing tobacco. You're an American man. Yes, I am. Which edge? The serrated edge is for, it helps you cut through stuff like meat and stuff like that. It makes it easier and faster to cut through stuff like that if your blade's not really sharp. But to me, it's a hindrance because it don't leave a smooth cut. It's like trying to use a chainsaw or on your hamburger. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, it leaves little jagged edges and stuff, and I don't like it. Not one bit. I had one over here that, where'd it go? It's one of them ones that got advertised on TV a long time ago. Oh, there it is, right there in front of my eyes. It's a little bitty, what I call a steak knife, or a paring knife, you might call it. But this one, it says surgical steel, forever sharp. I don't know if you remember the forever sharp people on TV. They said that these knives, you can cut anything, even a pop can, and still cut a tomato like it was cutting through butter. But this thing, it ain't worth the price at all. I mean, it's bendable as hell. Means it's flexible. And yes, it makes that stupid Chinese word on there, China. But I've tried to keep this thing sharp. It don't hold an edge for nothing. And so however they did them commercials on TV, I have no idea, because this thing, it sucks. So if you ever going through the store and you see something that says forever sharp, don't buy it. This thing, little keychain knife, has one of the coolest little things on there I've ever seen. Now, I've seen gut knives and stuff like that have the little C on the back of it for skinning. But this is a little claw. It is awesome. I use this whenever I'm over at Dad's for cutting up bags and opening boxes and stuff like that for his medicine. The little blade on it, it's all right. And and it holds an edge pretty good. But this is another one of them knives that I have no idea where it came from, because it don't have any markings on it whatsoever. And I can't seem to find them on the internet. I've looked for this knife and looked and looked and looked, and I can't find it nowhere. So either A, it's extremely old, or B, somebody made it. But it's a really nice little knife. It gets put on my keychain when I go over to Dad's. And the only other one that I have here is this one. It says Winchester on the blade. And on the other side, it says stainless. Just another little bitty toothpick is what I call them little ones. But anyway, is there anything you want to talk about, Mojo, or? I'll give you a minute to answer, because I don't know how bad the lag is. That Little House on the Prairie's coming on TV. I'll stay on here as long as you want me to. Just give me something to talk about. Oh, yeah, don't get in trouble on my behalf there, Mojo. Trust me, I'm not worth it. But anyway, those are too small, won't fit. Got another rifle scope. This one's missing some glass in it, I think, because it looks like it's supposed to have some glass in there, but it don't have any. I'm gonna get some of these things, but they're too big. These are too small for this big of a scope, so I need to get different ones for that. But anyway, this is a Bushnell scope, and Bushnell Sports View. Got good crosshairs in it too. Anyway, well, I'm gonna jump off of here, Mojo, so you don't get in trouble. I'd be interested in hearing about the lifestyle you have. See if myself being into those things, if I live there. Oh, what I do? Really? I don't do nothing. I'm disabled. I take care of my dad basically all day, every day. If he needs something, I got to go to take care of it. When I'm not taking care of him, I'm taking care of my wife. My son's fixing to move out and be out on his own, so we'll be what they call empty nesters. But back in my younger days, when I could do stuff, you got the four-wheeling, you got the I'm a human. I hope you're human. If you're typing in the chat there, you better be human. Unless you're one of them aliens from outer space. Yeah, but you still have the way Southerners would do. Do you not? Oh, yeah. I mean, I help everybody. Back, probably about the middle of last year, some guy was walking down the road. And I walked out there and I said, "Where are you headed?" And he said, "I'm on my way to work." And my truck broke down. He said his truck was way off over yonder. And I said, hold on right there. And I ran over and got my truck and went out there. I picked him up and took him straight to work. And he kept asking me, hey, Mary Ranch, uh, how much I owe you? And I said, nothing. Next time you see somebody in need, you help them. That's the way we do it around here. You help those in need. That's the way my grandpa raised me all my life. You always treat your elders with respect. You never hit a woman, especially out of anger. If you do, and let's see, what was the other one? Treat your neighbors as you'd want to be treated. That's the three main rules my grandpa always told me. And I live my life that way. Yes, you did, Mary Ranch. You finally caught me live. Yep, we have wildlife running around all over here. Just night before last, we was on our way home from the grocery, and I seen the biggest buck. He just walked right across the road. If I wouldn't have known better, I swear this deer looked like a dang moose. But I know we don't have any moose in this area. But that deer had the biggest rack I have ever seen on a single deer. He just trotted along the side of the road and right up into the woods he went. Man, I wish I would have had my hunting license, or I wished he was out here on the property because I would have bagged him. And somebody hit a coyote the other night down the road here. Big old coyote. They're getting bigger and bigger and bigger every year. I guess they're getting plenty to eat. Oh, really? You really want to bring that up? I am human. You want to know who I'm voting for? That's who I'm voting for. Well, excuse me, I have already voted. And I'm going to tell you right now, everybody in my area, I mean, within a 50-mile radius of my house, all Republican. And that's all I'm going to say on that idea. Because I don't want to get put in YouTube jail about talking about who's better or whatever. I'm British and I support Trump. Well, thank you. I wish you was over here and supporting him. I kind of watched that other felder today, and he absolutely makes no sense. Not to find a coyote, and yes, they're getting bigger. I've never got close enough to one to see how big his fangs are. Not alive, anyway. Yes, he is. Well, you done heard what that head lady said. If by some miracle he pulls out the win, they're going to say he's unfit and put Harris in as the POTUS, and then make old Hillary her VP. What is the most dangerous animal around here? I would have to say the cottonmouths and the rattlesnakes. We got a pond right behind our house, and it's nothing to see a snake or two during the summertime anyway. They come out and sun up there in the yard, and other than that, the coyotes mostly stay away from people unless they're rabid. We do have some coons around here. We do have possums and armadillos, but they all run from humans. Oh yeah. Rattlesnakes is okay. We got the eastern diamondback rattler around here. You'll hear it way before you see it. If you hear it, you better be watching where you're going because they blend in real good to the grass and stuff around here. You ain't got to worry about the cottonmouths until you go down to the pond. I'll go back and see if I missed anything. I love it. I'm out here in the middle of nowhere. The only neighbor I got's Dad, and we got some other neighbors that are down the road a piece. But I mean, I can walk outside and have a conversation with the old lady and whatever, and nobody's sitting there wondering what you're talking about because they're sitting right next door and being nosy. I've lived in the city and towns, small towns. No, won't have no more of it. Even going up here to Maysville, the gas station, everybody's wondering what you're doing, how you doing, how's the family doing, how's this doing. Everybody wants to know everything. You know, they're nice people, but I'm more of a homebody, you might say. I like to stay to myself. And this YouTube thing is the only thing that's trying to pull me out of my comfort zone, basically. But I'm starting to get the hang of it. But anyway, I'm glad y'all showed up, and I'm glad to see I got 5 thumbs up. Well, yeah, there is no harm in keeping to yourself. It's just I like the peace and quiet of the country. You know, all the busy go 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 of the cities and towns, and we got to go here, we got to go there, we got to go do this. No, slow down. Go out, sit on a front porch, and watch the birds. And my wife's out there right now watching the hummingbirds since it's warmed up enough, and they coming back out again. And she's literally named every hummingbird we have around here. But anyway, for me, there is nothing better than living in the country. Yes, I know population booming and all this other stuff. They say Northwest Arkansas is the fastest growing area in the whole United States. And I believe it because when I was younger, to go from Bentonville to Rogers to Siloam, or not Siloam, Springdale to Fayetteville, you would actually leave each town to go to the next. Now you can drive from Bentonville or Bella Vista all the way down to Fayetteville and never even realize you left town. I mean, you cross a road and that was the town border. I mean, it's that big now. I love the country and I love animals. So I have both. That's the way I like it. Amen, sister. I hope you're wrong, Mojo. I hope you're wrong. Because if the boom happens where every bit of the land around here gets taken up with houses, it's going to put a hurting on your store foods, like your vegetables, your meats, because without farms like this one, where are you going to get your meat at? We got some chicken houses down the road. If all those get torn down to make houses, guess what? You ain't going to get no chicken. Unless it's what do you call it, clone chicken or whatever that stuff is that they were doing a long time ago. Yeah, it's terrible. Nothing is more scared no more. Yeah, like New York, instead of building out, they went up. I mean, to me, that's a good thing because if you instead of going up, you went out, you wouldn't have all the like Central Park and all the outer communities where you ain't got to worry about city stuff. Yeah, living in a city is quite dangerous because of all the crooks and gangbangers and all that other stuff. But people live in their little bitty apartments, and you gotta if you got a bad neighbor and they're loud and banging, you're in there trying to sleep. What are you gonna do? There ain't nothing you can do besides call the cops, and they can't do much besides telling them to shut up. And that'll happen for about 10 minutes, and then once they're gone, they start back up again. So that's why I always say keep it country, because the country to me, and apparently Mary Ranch too, is the best life ever. Oh, where's my towel? I don't know. Let's see. She don't like to be on the internet. Yes, it's as fast and the furious. You all right?
Yeah. Aw.
There's a broken phone.
No, no problem.
Anyway, any questions? Well, you know I am, Mojo.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm fine. Don't worry. Don't worry about it.
It's okay. But anyway, I also choose some Longhorn, the big tubs. And I don't have a big Stoker's tub anymore. I lost it, I think. But Longhorn, Stokers, and Grizzly is my three main ones. I like collecting the Grizzly stuff. It's got a little bracelet that goes around the outside. You can take it off and put it on your arm. This is a fly rod. With a Grizzly can inside of it. And now I have the big 6-in-1. But anyway, you got farmland all around you. Yeah, that's a good thing. We got to keep we have to keep the ranches and the farmland and all that stuff good. Because without the farmers, the ranchers, and truckers, this world will come to a screaming halt. Because you got to have the food coming from the farmers and the ranchers, and you have to have the truck drivers to get the stuff from the places to the stores so you can go buy it. So, I mean, that's three things this world needs, and has to have to keep going. Farmers, ranchers, and truckers, in my opinion. That's so cool with the fly rod. Oh yeah, it's a fake fly rod, but it looks nice. I got an actual real one out in the barn. But it got broke. My fly rod got broke a long time ago. I still got the reel for it though. Yeah, butchers are nice, but if you can learn how to do it on your own, it's a whole lot cheaper. When you can go out there and pop, the cow goes down. You take your tractor, you pick her up by the back two legs, and you do your go to work on her, and you got all the meat right there. All you got to do is bring it to the house and set it up, wrap it up, cut it up however you want to cut it up into steaks and whatever. It's easy to do. And if you don't know how, there's plenty of websites on the YouTubes that show you how to do it. And it's not that hard. You just got to have a strong stomach for the blood and stuff. But anybody can do it. Pig, you need bacon? Same old thing. Pick it up. And even if you don't have a tractor, they got winches and come-alongs and all kinds of stuff where you can sling it over a tree and pull it right up there, so you ain't having to lay down on the ground or sit down on the ground and do it. My dad is 73 and he can still do it. If he had to. That's how I learned how to do it, is watching him. So I think anybody can do it. It don't matter your age or, well, unless you ain't got no arms. Then you might need some help. But yeah. I don't know how old you are, Mary, but from watching you over here on the internet, you're pretty young at heart, I could say. I don't like asking women their ages because that's just wrong on all kinds of levels. But from what I've seen, I think you could do it. Oh, it takes a long time for anybody because you want to get just the right cuts. You want to get be very careful that you don't cut something you shouldn't cut, like into the bowels. Yeah, you got to take your time and do it the right way. You try to get in too big a hurry and you're going to mess everything up. One wrong cut and you could ruin the whole cow. Because that's one thing you don't want to cut into is intestines and bowels and whatnot. And if you do that, it taints all the meat. But anyway, holy cow! I've been on here for almost 40 minutes. Anyway, anything else y'all want to know about? If not, don't forget to smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. Y'all have a great day. God bless. Get her done. And hashtag keep it country. We're getting them subs up there, and we'll keep going until I'm hoping to, by the end of next year, have up to 500 subs. Last time I checked, I have 161 now. So I got a long way to go. But if y'all get out there and share this video with friends and people, you too, Mary, Miss Ranch, share this with everybody. I mean, I ain't nobody, but I tell it like it is, and I don't try to sugarcoat anything. If I don't like something, I tell you I don't like something. But that's just the way I am. That's the way my whole family is. But anyway, y'all have a great day. God bless, and I'm out of here. Get her done.